A tight-knit community of weather lovers and storm chasers grieving 3 meteorology students killed this weekend in a car crash. They were returning to their college campus in Oklahoma from Kansas, where they had been storm chasing. And correspondent Marky Martin is live for us. So, Marky, we're learning more about who these young men were and exactly what happened this weekend.
Hey, Nicole. Yeah, we're learning a lot today. Talk about a devastating turn of events for these 3 young OU meteorology students who had all traveled up to Kansas together to go storm chasing. We've even heard from friends that they were having the thrill of a lifetime that day. One of them even saw their very first tornado. It was actually on the way home from a day full of storm chasing that things took that deadly turn, and it was rain that was responsible for their untimely deaths.
Spring signals tornado season across the plains, and Friday's EF3 in Kansas, leaving widespread damage.
A lot of shock. I think we're just kind of in disbelief.
The twister was also a magnet, the kind that attracts storm chasers from across the country, including 3 young meteorology students from the University of Oklahoma. 20-year-old Nicholas Nair, 19-year-old Gavin Short, and 22-year-old Drake Brooks, who had traveled together to storm chase the severe weather.
They had a great day. They called their parents after and were telling them about how excited they were. Drake actually saw his first tornado yesterday.
The trio documenting their chase, sharing videos throughout the day of the system gaining strength. Gavin's last video on Twitter stamped a little after 8 o'clock, just hours before things took a deadly turn on their drive back to school.
They were southbound on I-35. It was raining heavily at the time. It just takes a little bit of water to lose control.
Oklahoma Highway Patrol says the students hydroplaned, lost control, and swerved off the interstate before re-entering the lane sideways. But the car was disabled.
Before they could exit their vehicle, semi came along in the rain and struck them broadside.
All 3 pronounced dead at the scene after being pinned inside the vehicle for nearly 5.5 hours. Friends and classmates at a loss for words.
They're just gone. I really don't know. It's awful.
OU's president releasing a statement about the tragedy, saying in part this: for all of us, this sad event brings the fragility of our lives to the fore. The gift we have each day to love others in service and kindness is at the core of our humanity. Drake, Nick, and Gavin were united in a shared passion. Tributes pouring in from across the country, and National Weather Service offices from Oklahoma to North Carolina dedicated their daily weather balloon launches to the 3 chasers gone too soon.
Absolutely amazing people, and I want people to remember them.
And Nicole, a GoFundMe page has been set up for those 3 young men and their families. At last check, I checked right before we went live with you here, it has raised more than $51,000, all of it going to the families, memorial services, travel expenses. Of course, our hearts, our thoughts go out to those families as well. And Gerard and I can both attest that that campus, that OU campus right now, is devastated. Nicole.
Oh, absolutely, Marky. Such a tragic loss. Thank you for that. We're actually going to bring back. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.